Hey guys, so today is a pretty weird day actually. So as you can tell, I dyed my hair. It is now black. I don't know, I just got kind of tired of my old look and was like, I don't know, I need something new. So I decided to go with black. And I also have somewhat of a new style. I'm actually starting to wear these kind of shirts where they're like floral but with numbers on them. I like it a lot. But anyways, you guys, today I wanted to discuss something that I have been so happy about, which is Teen Wolf. I have started watching Teen Wolf actually like maybe a week ago, and I've already gone through season 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're just waiting on season 5. I'm so happy about that. It looks good. Apparently it's supposed to be revolved around the Desert Wolf. But for today's video, I decided why not talk about seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 4, and then what we are expecting for 5. So, sorry. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first season was about the Alpha, which ended up to being Peter Hale, which is Derek's sibling. And what, is he a sibling or is he? I think he's an uncle. I don't remember. I think he's the uncle. But the first season was about one of the alphas trying to kill everyone, who set his house on fire and killed his whole family in the process. So he wanted revenge. So he ended up biting Scott, which is the main character of Teen Wolf. Scott is, well, now at the end of season 4, he became a true alpha. Well, he was a true alpha from the middle of season 3 all the way to the end of season 4 so far. But so that was the whole entire plot of the season 1. So after let's see, after season 1 ended, I kind of was a little bit confused onto what happened with it. They don't really, they kind of like, I don't know, the producers and the director, especially the screenwriter, they didn't, they kind of like put everything in separate parts. It didn't really make that much sense at some points, but it worked together at the end. They always explain everything kind of at the end on how things happened and all, and I thought that was good. But season 1 was probably my favorite. Not my favorite. I think that my favorite was probably season, I think season 4 is actually my favorite. But I thought season 1 was kind of confusing, but it did get the whole topic, the whole entire aspect of werewolves across to the viewers. It actually seemed, the production was really good, different camera angles, I really liked it. But that's what I thought about season 1. Okay, so for season 2, I thought season 2 was kind of good. It was good, but I mean, there was a lot of things that I did not like about that season, and especially Jackson. Jackson is a snotty character, and he's so absurd. Like, he's so self-conceited that if someone says anything that he doesn't agree with, he will not talk to them. It's the stupidest thing. Like, people like that they drive me crazy. Like, I don't even know how they live like that. But the topic was the Kanima. The whole plot of season 2 was that ever since Scott has become a werewolf, he's started to show signs of leadership. And throughout this, what's it called? Derek, at the end of season 1, actually bit Jackson. Jackson's been threatening him to turn him into a werewolf, and if he didn't, he would out him to everybody. So, of course, at the end of season 1, let me just go ahead and clarify this. Derek sets on fire and kills Peter, which was the alpha at the time, and then Derek was then became the alpha because he killed the alpha. So after all that, Derek bit Jackson, and this led into what season 2 is about. So there is a reference inside of the season 2 in the beginning. It talks about how if your body doesn't accept the changes of the werewolf, then your body will start to reject it, and if it starts to reject it, then it can change the outcome of what creature you become. So Jackson, in his case, it was reflecting what type of person they are, and he is a snake-like creature anyways, because he's really snotty and just rude. So that was reflected on what his character was, and his was a Kanima. And a Kanima is a serpent-like creature that has a tail and claws. It's like a werewolf, but just reptile. And he would have in his nails, his long nails, he would have what's it called, this toxin in it, that if they slit you in the back of the neck, it could paralyze you from the neck down. So he was kind of a dangerous character. I thought his tail would have done something. I thought it would have had like some type of weapon, like kind of like bodily weapon that he could use, or they could have implemented on the tail, but I guess not. I guess it's just for design. But I don't know, it was such a creepy topic. It's like a snake. It's like, it was so weird, and his teeth were clear, like they were transparent but gross, and so were his nails. So it was really, really weird. But I really liked the actual idea of the Kanima, but there was a lot of other things that went into it. Like, example, they showed a lot of obsession in that one, because there was this one character, I forgot his name, but he was the one that was controlling the Kanima. The Kanima has a leader, which would that would follow the orders of the person who's telling him what to do, who to kill. So the person who was telling him who to kill was obsessed with the character named Allison, which is Scott's girlfriend, and he would take pictures of her. He wanted to be in a relationship with her, but he already knew that Scott was with her, and that the only way that he could have her is if Scott was no longer in the picture, dead. So he went crazy and tried to kill everyone. He had the Kanima kill people. I don't really remember exactly what the pattern of it was. The only thing I remember from it, really was I think it was something along the lines of like people that it was what the person who was leading the Kanima had a past, a really bad experience in the past that made him hate all these people. And what happened is that his dad, I think it was his dad, or was it his friend? His friend's dad or something, came home with a swim team that just won something, and they all got drunk, and so they threw him into the pool, but he didn't know how to swim. So he was drowning while they were laughing at him, and so that made him want revenge on all of them, including the coach. So he targeted the people that were on the swim team that threw him in that year, and plus the coach. So that was a pattern. But other than that, I thought that it was good. It was a good season. The only person that I just couldn't stand was the leader of the Kanima and Jackson. The Kanima idea was pretty good though. So yeah. Okay, so season 3 was a little weird. It was a good idea. It was a good topic. I loved the topic of it. It was just a little bit misleading. It was like, well, it was all the seasons before have only been 12 episodes. Season 1 and 2 have been 12 episodes, and season 4 is 12 episodes. But this one was 24 episodes, and I don't know why they didn't split it into 2 seasons, because they should have. They, in the middle, after the 12th episode, they went into a different topic, and it didn't really make sense to have it all in one season. So I think they should have split season 3 into season 3 and 4, and the season 4 that was now should be season 5, and then so on and so forth. But season 3, the beginning of it had to do with an alpha group, and there was an alpha pack that wanted Derek to join because he was an alpha, so they wanted a lot of power. There was a blind leader, the leader of all the alphas. He was a demon alpha, I believe, and he was extremely powerful, and he was blind though, but at the same time he wasn't. He can see through his werewolf eyes, but he can't see through his normal eyes. The only thing that they wanted Derek to do was he wanted him to kill his pack so that he could become a killing alpha, I guess. It's like there's a difference. There's a true alpha and then there's a killing alpha, and I want to join. So once Derek was dethroned at like the middle of season 3 in like the first 12 episodes, after he was kind of dethroned from alpha, it was given to Scott. Scott was then targeted to join their join their pack too, but he declined as well, so they started targeting all of them. They tried to kill everyone because no one would join. But of course, there was this other evil person that was also in this, and she was a person that one of the alphas tried to kill but never succeeded to kill. So she wanted revenge, and so she kidnapped and was trying to sacrifice people so that she would get a lot of power in order to take down all the alphas. But of course, Scott kills her. Wait, is it Scott? No, I think Peter kills her, I think. Because Peter comes back to life, I think, in season 2. Lydia, which is a banshee, she brings him back to life. But, so, of course, all the bad guys get, you know, the one that does the sacrifices, the one that was sacrificing people, she got killed, but a couple of the alphas in the alpha pack died, but the leader was just threatened that if he came back to try to hurt them, that the two alphas, Derek and Scott, would try to kill him, and they knew that they were more powerful than the demon. So anyways, that was half of season 3. The rest of season 3 had to do with a kind of Japanese Chinese twist to it. It was actually really cool. It was a good topic. It was about this, I think, yeah, the Japanese, it took like it was backstoried. The backstory was about the Japanese internment camps during World War II. I don't know, it was really confusing, but it was good. The only thing that really happens in season 3 is that Allison dies, Kira, which is a new character, comes in, Styles gets possessed, and and then at the end they of course defeat the demon and everything is back to normal. It's Beacon Hills. But I have mixed feelings about season 3 just because it was too long. I think they should have shortened it down to 2 seasons. So season 4 was it was scary. And that wasn't scary, it was creepy. It was really frightening. Like, I don't know exactly how to really like talk about it other than that it was good. Season 4 is probably actually one of my favorites of the seasons. I think season 3 and season 4. The beginning of season 3, nope, just kidding. All of season 3 was good that I liked, and season 4 was good too. But anyways, so in season 4, after they defeat, like after season 3 finishes, it goes into a Deadpool, and this, like, it starts to lead into this new type of topic, this new thing. It doesn't have to do with anything from season 1, 2, and 3 really, but season 4, the whole plot of it is that there is a computer that is making a Deadpool, a list of all the supernatural creatures in Beacon Hills, and someone steals money from Peter Hale, which is Derek's uncle, and they steal money from him, and they use that money to make a number list next to the person's name, saying if you kill this person or you kill this creature, you will get this much money in return. It would be like, maybe it would say 5, 6, 7, but that wasn't like $7, it was $7 million. So everyone was tempted, really everyone was getting a hold of the Deadpool, and so there was all these new assassins. There were professional killers, amateurs. They were looking at the list of people and actually going out, finding them, and trying to kill them. But it was pretty weird. there were the one that really creeped me out, the one assassin that creeped me out so bad was the Mute. And the Mute was a military I think arsenal, and his weapon of choice was a military hatchet. I don't know, it was so creepy. That guy was just so creepy. But before that though, there is a new character introduced, and his name is Liam. Liam was a transfer from his old school where he had anger management issues and destroyed his coach's car. Now, Scott was a little bit confused as to why, so he wanted to really know what happened, but Liam, they were playing a lacrosse game and he broke his leg. So Scott took him to the hospital, and after that, while they were on the roof, before the Wendigo died, he went after Liam and tried to push Liam off the edge of the building. So the only way that Scott was able to grab him, because the Wendigo was holding his hands back, he had to bite him. So he bit him with his mouth and pulled him up after the Wendigo died. But then after that, Liam turned into a werewolf and started becoming rebellious, but it was completely weird after that. But another character that was newly introduced, not really, she was introduced in season 3, but she wasn't really had a big role, but she did now. Her name was Malia, and she was a wolf she's the child of Peter Hale. So her name's Malia Hale, but she didn't know that. She was adopted. So she has this whole idea that that the Hales are bad, and because they hid this from her, but they didn't even know it too. So so it was a good season. It was so much stuff added into one. There was other assassins that went to go after all the people in the Deadpool. Eventually, a lot of people in the Deadpool had died because before they found the computer and were able to stop the Deadpool and stop the money transactions, before they were able to do that, a lot of people got killed. But all the assassins, most of them died because of either Scott or Derek or Malia or Lydia. But once the computer was turned off that was sending out the money, after a visual confirmation of the person that they were going after was dead, after that was shut down, it all went back to normal. But they started getting curious as to how this Deadpool was created and why Peter, his name was the only name of the Supernatural in Beacon Hills that wasn't on there. And so they were all wondering, who made this Deadpool then? Who's to blame for all the deaths of the Supernatural? And of course, it was him. Peter had a plan to kill, what's his face? To kill Scott because he wanted power. But of course, Scott wins. He beats the crap out of him. And yeah. And I also forgot to mention, there is, in season 4, they introduced Kate again. Kate was in season 1 originally, and she got her throat ripped out, clawed by Peter. And so they thought she was dead, but nope. In season 4, she comes back to life. And instead of being a werewolf, she turns into a were-jaguar. And a jaguar is just a were-jaguar. It's like a werewolf except a jaguar. And so she's the only were-jaguar alive, I think. There used to be a lot, but then they all died out and all this, and so she became a were-jaguar, tried to kill everyone too, but didn't win at anything. Her little minions were called berserkers, and they were humans that took on the soul and the anger of animals and tried killing people too, but that didn't work out either. So at the end, good prevailed, evil was demolished, but yeah. So this was a long video. I'm probably gonna have to edit this all down, but that is Teen Wolf, and it's really confusing in some seasons, but it makes sense at the end. So if you do not watch Teen Wolf already, you should probably do it. It's really good. It's probably the best. It's better than any other vampire werewolf movie or show I've ever seen. It is by far really good. And yeah. So one last thing before we go that I wanted to say is that what to expect for season 5, I think. So what I think is that they're going to focus more on Malia and to find out who her mom is. They know who her dad is, but she wants to find out who her mom is. And they think her mom is a code name, the Desert Wolf. And so I guess they're going to focus more on the Desert Wolf and how they're going to find them. And I think they're going to focus a lot on Kate again, because she didn't die at the end of season 4. She was injured, but she didn't die. So it's going to be pretty weird. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was long. If I wasn't able to edit a lot of this down, at least you get insight and actual kind of confirmation as to what the seasons were about. If you haven't seen it and you just want to know, then yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys all later. Goodbye.